I need you to read something with me. This is a real email sent March 10, 2014 between a Harvard professor and Jeffrey Epstein. The professor writes the spy was captured after completing her mission. Epstein replied, "Did you torture her?" This isn't fiction, this isn't joke, this is the official DOJ files, released in February 2026. The professor's name is Martin Noam. He's still teaching at Harvard right now. He's never been charged with a crime, but when I was reading these emails, thousands of them between Epstein and the most respected academics in this world, I realized something truly horrifying. These weren't business emails or formal notes. These people were actual friends with Epstein. They were comfortable, they joked with him, they visited his properties and asked for advice. A year after he convicted pedophile. Today I'm gonna read the actual emails, no spin, no interruption, just their words. And the last one is the wildest one. And warning, some of them will make you absolutely sick. Let's go. Let's start with the torture email guy. Martin Nowak is a math and biology legend, known for research on evolution and corporation. In 2003, Epstein pledged $30 million to fund Nowak's work at Harvard, and ultimately Harvard took $9 million from him, most of it earmarked for Nowak's program. On March 10, 2014, Nowak wrote, "A spy was captured after a mission." Epstein replied, "Did you torture her?" Defenders say it was just a joke, but there is zero contacts in the files. But here, what do we know? In 2009, Epstein's assistant wrote to Noah. She asked for the name of a university. When Noah answered, "Got the people from." Got the people? What does that mean? A Harvard review found something else. Noah gave Epstein an office at Harvard. He gave him a keycard, unlimited access to the university building. Epstein had a literal office at Harvard, a building funded by his own money. The review said he used Harvard to rehabilitate his image after prison. Noah was put on leave in 2020. He was bailed for advertising students. And the 2026 file showed a trust leaving Nowak's $5 million from Epstein. $5 million for exactly what? Now let's talk about Lisa Randall, a physics professor at Harvard. Records show an interaction with Epstein spanned nearly a full decade, including meetings and hundreds of messages. In August 2010, she asked Epstein, "How come I never get due credit?" Epstein's response is unclear in the document, but Randall fired back with a comment about his Weasley maneuvers being a compliment. Later, when discussing Epstein's trouble plans, she teased him, writing, "Wow, haven't you have enough house arrest for soliciting children?" And she's joking about it. In 2014, she told him she was in the Caribbean and saw his Iceland. Epstein invited her to fly back to Boston on his private jet. With LinkedIn co-founder Reid Hoffman, she accepted the flight in 2014. 6 years later, her first conviction, she says she's appealed by the allegation, but email shows a friendly, casual relationship that lasted for years. Now we get to Noam Chomsky, the father of modern linguistics, a moral authority for the world. According to 2026 files, he was a close friend of Epstein's. In February 2019, just before the end, Epstein asked Chomsky for PR advice. The media was investigating his trafficking network. Chomsky answered the very same day. He told Epstein to ignore the news. He called the journalist vulture. He compared Epstein's situation to his own experience with hysterical accusations. In 2017, Chomsky called Epstein a high-value friend. In official letters, he boasted about Epstein's global cloak, how Epstein could just pick up the phone and call a Norwegian diplomat. Chomsky's wife called Epstein a dear friend. In 2050, Epstein invited Chomsky to visit his New Mexico ranch. Again, that meant Chomsky had been already in there, to the ranch where Epstein's planned his bizarre human seeding program. Chomsky said he only met occasionally, but his colleagues were disgusted and said there is no defense for this. In 2013, MIT professor Ed Boyden visited the New Mexico ranch. In 2015, emails between Boyden and MIT Media Lab director Joy Ito. Boyden was excited to meet coaches. Epstein joked in private with Leto. Was the coach a pitch coach or how to pick women coach? They're joking about coaching a professor on how to pick women. Another email shows a dinner invitation with Epstein, Chomsky, and Martin Noah. Just a casual dinner among friends. And there is Yale professor Nicholas Christalis. He met Epstein at 23 2013. Afterwards, he wrote, "I greatly enjoyed the company." Epstein replied, "Great, first day." Epstein didn't know just these people. He owned large part of academia. He had an office at Harvard. He had millions pledged to professors. He had scientists on his jet and legends like Chomsky defending him. Every academic says the same thing, "I don't know, I regret it." But the emails tell a different story. A story of people who were comfortable with a convicted sex offender. They gave him legitimacy and access. And it worked, it rehabilitated him. Because if Harvard gives you an office, people think he must be fine. And we are only seeing the half of the files. The other 3 million pages are still classified, still hidden from US. The Epstein files aren't about the one man. They're about the system that protected him and laundered his reputation. If you appreciate the work that I did, make sure you like the video. And if you want more videos like that, make sure to subscribe me. I'll see you in the next video.